big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Get him at the 21.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Spits it out to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And the tackle was made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense going forward.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Cornhuskers are moving quickly down the field. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Power football with the run. There he goes. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Huskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. Got a man. It's Young. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on third down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Wants to throw. It's Hebert. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take.
Going over the top. Snags it on the right. He's brought down, but this freshman is not afraid to take a shot.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. Grabbed behind the line. It's Washington. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Dropping back, it's Raiola. This time it's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. And now on 2nd down for this offense. And some room to work. Turning it on. Inside the 30. 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Barrett. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard, because everybody's talking about the conference championship.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Notre Dame right back to the line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Coming out with it, it's Bell. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. He might want another play. Trying to seal the edge on the right. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Let's see what they do on third down. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Makes the grab on the back. Oh, what a cut! Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Pulls it in, it's Johnson. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Trying to get behind the defense. He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Edwards. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Hebert. He's going to let it go. Makes a grab for a big play. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking downfield on first down. Buying some time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Time to take a shot. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. From the gun, to give, looking for room. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Dumps it to the back. Here picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And I love this defense being ready at the end of the half, playing the 2-minute situation beautifully, forcing the turnover here now, a chance to break this tie, get some points. Nice.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Slips through the line. Got a little room. Wide open. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. These corners backing off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Washington. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to throw, it's Hebert. Buys a little time with his feet. Takes a hit as he fires. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and
he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pulls it in on the right. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used the reference in the last 30 years, Reese. Just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the change impossible. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
How about the zipness Junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Got it behind the line. It's Hunter. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Finds his man. It's Clark. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Cornhuskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He's looking deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Husker! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Unloads to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Washington. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Bringing the heat. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Hebert. Snagged in the middle, it's Young. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Notre Dame right back to the line.
And I love the angle route, whether it's man or zone. If you throw it with timing and you wait for it to develop, most of the time it's going to come open. Great job by the quarterback seeing it, hitting the running back.
Now on 2nd down. Just keep giving them the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. To the air. It's Hebert. Catch in the middle. It's Washington. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Leaves it with the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. At midfield, he's got room. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. They're going to run it to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athletic.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Running to the left. Got a little space. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The Huskers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Looking downfield, it's Hebert. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Pressure coming. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Touchdown, Nebraska! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And the returner will be dragged down. Here come the Irish back on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down in 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Looking for a huge play. Reels it in down the left side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
A shot toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Dropping back, it's Hebert. Puts it out of the air. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. They'll run it from the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They kick it away on 4th down. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Rushes on him. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He wants to go deep. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done.
Breaks into the open.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 1st down here for the offense. These teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, that they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team